You can already see Albert forced to use that Retribution early, which means no contest whatsoever for Little Wanderer. Demon Kite gets it with Retribution. He's now going on to Vin. He gets the shielding it down. Light as well, and that's Aqua coming in for the first blood. Once again, RSG, they draw first blood.
Yeah, the aggression paying off right now in the early game. Can they keep it up though? Trying to contest the jungle here. Albert taking a lot of damage, forced to back out, but so is Demon Kite. This is a battle to the end here. Demon Kite forced to back away in the end.
Thank you for your patience. We promised you a pretty insane match. And guess what? Right from the get-go, the aggression coming from RGPH just popping off as of yet, because this is going to slow down Albert's composition. And my oh my, this is a jungle Julian.
It is a jungle Julian, and it's actually Light who picks up the orange buff. We've seen this so far in this tournament, right? When we are seeing this Julian in the jungle, he usually gets bullied in the early stage of the game, especially in his own buffs. Finn, though, he's looking for something. Aqua dashes forward. Albert looking for the play with the sword play, with the scythe as well. Light locked down. He's trying to run away here. Doesn't have the flicker. Will be taken down, and Rrq, they equalize. They put the kill onto Albert's hands.
This is a very interesting approach of Rrq's composition. They're playing the slow strategy really well, taking advantage of the slows coming from Eve and parry out with the enhanced scythe to deal so much damage. And I don't think they were able to escape that, and that's pretty much the downside for Light. However, a skirmish is about to break down on the first turtle.
Yep, on the turtle here, they has to keep up in the early game here, but still, Rrq.
Aqua actually took the bloody hunt here, so he is looking for a pick. Up top as well, that's Iman taking that gold buff away. So you can see, even though Rrq looking for a fight here onto Nats, that's a gank here. Albert will just go for the gold buff. I think it was Nats who actually initiated that by, he saw Albert taking the gold buff, he's like, no.
It's mine, I get it.
It's mine, but he doesn't get it.
Yeah, but at the same time, let's talk about the bloody hunt coming in from the Valentina. I feel like the biggest target that he can catch right now is Skylar, considering how mobility he is. But you can see Skylar, he's going to make a run for it, but instead, here comes the bloody hunt on towards the Vin instead. And that's going to be Franco downside, but Real Illumination comes in. Skylar finally re-engages, knowing that the bloody hunt is down. He does do a little bit of scaring tactics, but Demon Kite is not letting him off the hook as of yet. Can he actually go in for the force fight? Albert is going to be in the vicinity to help the position, but RGPH, they have to back out, because as of yet, Iman doesn't care. He is going to focus on the gold buff instead.
Bottom side though, R7 gets a solo kill there onto Nas. Even though Nas on the Thamus is supposed to be a bully, but instead it's going to be R7 getting the lead here. He is one level ahead and now topped with that extra kill as well. It's definitely going to help him rotate to other lanes and be able to put on more pressure.
So far it's been a pattern, right? When you pick a bully in lane, you're the one who gets solo killed. That happened to R7 in game number 1, and now it's happening to Nats in game number 2. So I guess don't pick the bullies, but right now, Rrq, they're actually equalizing the goal little by little. RSG Philippines, they still have that gold lead, 300. Very close though, and this is going to be the setup for the turtle for both teams. R7 once again in that bottom side. This is what he usually likes to do. He just goes for the clear onto the minion so that he can help his team participate in the next neutral objective fight, which is right now.
Yeah, and Arsene, as of yet, he doesn't really care, right? He's one level ahead. He's got the sustains, but it's more about objectives right now and clearing those days. And as of yet, RG, they have control of the turtle. Albert looking for the steal, and here comes the Fatal Links.
Yeah, gets onto Light, and it's gonna be the real manipulation coming down, but now RSG, they aggress onto Clay here. He's trying to run, but stunned down by the perfect match. Nowhere for him to go. And again, RSG, they get the lead in 2 kills.
They pushed the pace. That was a really clean team fight. They know they have the pressure here. And that's actually Demon Kite who takes the orange buff once again away from Albert. This is huge for RSG. They're shutting Albert down in that early stage, and they're making him a non-factor here in the next few minutes. Iman has actually also swapped into that mid lane to just soak in a lot of that turret gold.
Yeah, Rrq, as of yet, they understand that they've got a very risky pickoff potential, right? Their composition relies on just single target, I would say isolation fights rather than the full-fledged team fight. You see how RRG PhD forced the bait onto Rrq. The moment the Fatal Link comes in, they can't exactly do anything about it, and they have to play this very safely. But because of this, RRG, they are going to take the lead and completely bully out objectives. Meanwhile, on the minimap as well, you can see R7 is trying to take some sort of aggression from RGPH by just pushing out the waves.
Exactly what they're doing now, and both of the teams are in this mid lane trying to contest as much as possible. RSG though going in with the Fatal Links onto Clay. He's gonna get stunned out. The manipulation comes out as well to zone out the members, but the Reverse Bloody Hunt onto RSD shuts down Demon Kite. Light goes down as well, and the next to go is Aqua. Nas, though, he's gonna pay for his price potentially here as he zones out 2 members of RSG. They trade out 3-1 RSG PH. Rrq actually getting the advantage there.
I thought for a second that RSG was going to be the one winning out in that fight, but again, it's going to be R7 jumping onto Nats, looking for solo kill. Nats running away. Albert going to stop him there and picks up the killing spree for himself. They equalize back. It is 5-6. Equalized goal, and Skylar in that bottom side needs to be careful here. Light positioning really well. They're going to go for the catch. Skylar trying to run away. Light with the perfect match now, trying to just go and sandwich him down. Aqua's here as well. Goodbye, Skylar. It's Aqua with the kill. 6-6. RSG back.
A little bit too greedy in that place, but Rrq, they will salvage the situation by taking the turtle up top. Meanwhile, let's talk about how that fight went down early on. RCPH, not exactly sure what they were thinking with the engagement with Light setting up with the Fatal Links, but Win was able to set up a hook down to his tier 2, which isolates the fight. But as of yet, now he's going to be isolated in this fight, forcing the issue. As of yet, RG going to be able to come on top with that pickoff.
Great pickoff onto Vin there. RSG, at this point, they're just looking for as much as they can. They did get that tier 1 turret on the bottom side, but Rrq, they've gotten more of their own. The bottom chunked down turret and the top already completely obliterated.
Yep, in terms of itemizations as of yet, as well as emblems, it's not super fancy. It's pretty much standard, but I want to talk about how R7 Skylar is talking about this average pickup. It's pretty traditional now, but it does give them the economy to scale, and Cloud needs those timings before they actually come online, and because of that, he's starting to scale a little bit more. But as of yet, you can see both teams focusing on mid-tower control rather for this next fight, and 60 seconds before this next fight, both teams want to make something happen before it happens.
And mid-prio is going to be huge here, right? For Rrq and for RSG Philippines. Vin is waiting in that bush. Light trying to open up the map. It's going to be the flicker, but the Fatal Links connects. It's going to be Vin. Collapse onto real-world manipulation. Cancel out of the back lines. RSG find the fight, but Skylar's here with Blazing Duet. So 4 members away. Demon Kite caught low. The Turtles' Poisons was popped. It's just a 1-for-1 as both roamers fall. Again, very equal. This is what we like to see. 8-7, and it's literally just so even.
Yeah, you can see the patience coming in from Demon Kite as well. He's making sure that the real manipulation gets cancelled every single time. But at the same time, it's the same to be said coming in from Clay. But on the top side, what? Albert, he got the kill on that, and that is huge. 18 seconds before this next lot. This is prime position for Rrq to actually force the issue.
Yeah, looking at the items, Skylar already has, I think, 2 complete items there in his build. So he's going to start dishing out some damage, and you definitely don't want that coming out. RSGPH, do they have an answer in the late game? Because yes, they have Iman, they have the damage coming from him, some coming from Nas, as well as Aqua. But compared to Rrq Hoshi, how is that looking?
Oh, this is a bait coming from Rrq Hoshi. They just got a big Titan power spike coming from play. The Ice Queen's one out of Yi means there is just so much spell potential. But of course, as long as he doesn't get cancelled on a real world manipulation. So that's going to be a risky play coming in from RGPH to contest this, but Rrq seems like they might consider the issue because the Lord is going to be focused as of yet.
Yeah, and RSG are the ones first on to the Lord here. Vin is going to try to zone Aqua away. Real world manipulation, they are going to be popped. It's that's going to be Albert looking for Clay! He steals the Lord! What? Albert's going to lose his life. Then with the hook, he connects it all to life. The Blazing to the backside, but it's going to be Iman with a good shutdown. He gets shut down as well. Both teams just trading here and there. It's a double kill. 2 for 2. Vin running away. Nas taking low. Clay trying to counter around. SR7 joins in. Nas taken very low. Clay survives. A triple kill for R7. Clay still running away. Demon Kite trying to find the kill. He still survives. Vin goes in for the hook. Demon Kite locked down. R7 is getting that Maniac unofficial. But wow, what a fight.
Oh my goodness, Clay on that. If he's positioning with the real world manipulation on the top terrain of that Lord Pit, just not allowing RSGPH to catch him off guard, and because of that, he's got free range usage of the Ice Cream Wall, and on top of that, the sidestep to dodge the shield unity. Who does that? That's some micro level dodging right there and then.
Well, he deserves the MVP of the previous game, right? It's exactly what he does, and that's what you know Rrq Hoshi to be. Impeccably, just mechanically skilled. And right now, they're gonna have the Lord in their hands, coming down the bottom inhibitor as well. Rrq Hoshi, they're looking for an opportunity. You can see Vin just scouting out for any opportunity to get a hook onto RSG. But so far, Rrq, they've gotten a team fight. It's a complete bloodbath, but they still come out on top.
As of now, you can hear the crowds chanting on Rrq, and Clay made the biggest play of his career. But as of yet, he's only 0-2-7, but he done his job really, really well for the team. And RGPH, they have to take note that the biggest factor in Rrq's composition is that they've got so much slows. They need to take Clay out of the equation before the fight begins, and Demonkind hasn't been able to do so in that particular matchup.
Yeah, so far looking at the players go, R7 is actually sitting at the top of the charts. I think he had 6 kills, if I'm not wrong to his name already. So Rrq Hoshi, even though it looks like they have to wait to the late game to scale, they've cut short this timing by so much.
This is insane from both of the teams, right? But again, one fight changes the entire game. If we take a look at the damage dealt, this is actually really interesting. Nats has done the most damage in this game, more than Clay, Albert, and R7, and even Skylar and Iman, right? This is what we expected, Iman, Skylar to be dealing the most damage, but no, it's Nats with a vengeance, with this Tama's pick. So he has been huge here in most of these fights. He's been targeting the right people as well, but Rrq, how have they been able to find these team fights and get the win?
You know, it's all about positioning and also taking advantage of the terrain itself, right? We've seen time and time again, like, especially in this particular map, we see this wall on the right side as well, next to the middle control. People want to play onto the other side of the wall and force utilities coming from your opponents. And that's how Rrq Hoshi was able to take advantage of the fight. They made sure that Clay is in a position that there's no way RGPH can contest. And even Demonkind with the shield unity, you're going to be able to get over walls, but it's hard to do it with a very, very tight spot where you have to go jump through 2 walls and on top of players and bodies that may or may not cancel your shield unity.
Yeah, right now you can see Rrq Hoshi just leashing the Lord and starting up this objective. The thing about RSG is they need to have one member, Demonkind, to just try to shut down Clay in the backline. And because of that, it's kind of, you have one person missing from the team fight already at the onset. So Rrq Hoshi definitely has the advantage in that sense. But right now the hook from Finn comes onto line, and he's just going to be blown up immediately. Nash tries to go in. The blazing duet comes from Skylar. He goes in all the way to the back. Iman escapes with a sliver of hell. Here comes the real manipulation though from Clay.
Skylar.
And now Skylar, he's almost getting caught out, but Nas doesn't manage to lock in that kill. And instead it's going to be 3 kills on the side of Rrq Hoshi.
3-0 for Rrq, and on top of that, they enhance Lord here in the 13th minute of the game. They're looking for the end once more. Clay has been massive. R7 with the falling star will try and look for some engage here. He goes on to Light, still with the perfect match, is able to evade from that. Hook now coming from Finn, not gonna be able to connect. Aqua stealing away that bloody hunt, looking for a moment to catch someone off guard. The Lord is there with the minions as well. Nats on the death timer, 7 seconds and 8 seconds here. Demonkind still there. Light, perfect match, perfectly timed to evade from the hook once again. But Rrq, they take the disciplined route. They don't go for the base, they don't force it. They go for the base turret down below and up top.
It's go time for RGPH. They have to make something work, but Inhibitor's been taken down. Rrq not giving them an opportunity as they need to clear off all those enhanced minions. However, a big item power spike coming from Iman is going to be the Demon Hunter sword to deal with this tanky composition, but I feel like it's still going to be a far-fetched role coming in from Iman before he can actually dish out some serious damage, considering the amount of zoning that Rrq Hoshi is bringing to the table.
And not just that, I mean, if you look at Rrq Hoshi, they have such a big burst coming from the side of Skylar. As opposed to Iman, he needs the time to be able to output that DPS. But it's so tough now. Looking at RSG, they don't have any map control at all, being stripped down to only their core.
Yeah, I like this itemization coming from Rrq Hoshi, right? Double brute force breastplate feels like a pretty standard itemization from the previous patch, but the reason why they went for it is because of how they want to kite Nats around because of the mobilities. He's got a Demon Hunter, so he's got Dominance Ice, he's got some sort of slow, but as long as you do not have those Ice Queen wands, the brute force breastplate is going to be able to get away with all this kiting compositions. But look at this, Demonkind, he's going to get caught out. Skylar with the recalls as well. He knows he's faster than everyone from RGPH.
With the swag, right? He basic attack, got Demonkind low, and popped back with Battle Mirror Image. But you're pointing at something here, Scrubby, that DHS, particularly from this Tamas. We've seen it a few times now in this tournament, and that's why he's been dealing just so much damage in these team fights. Actually, more than Iman, more than the Valentina here from Aqua. That's also, it's just been really solid, but the thing is, he lacks that gap closer. Once he used that first ability, once he used the second one as well for the dash to follow it up, that's it. You can't really chase onto Skylar. It's going to be tough to chase Clay with the Purify as well.
Yeah, that's the thing about the Ice Queen ones as of yet in terms of Spell Vamp, right? Spell Vamp is sustained is great, but hold that thought for now. Wait a minute. Finn going for the risky hook. He's just threatening RSGPH. You can see the panic button is all over the place. But who can blame him considering that the minions are just shoved in? And now with the Lord coming up from inside Rrq Hoshi, they are in prime position to force an issue, and there's nothing RSGPH can do about it. But hopefully with the Blade Armor on Nats, it's going to do something in the hands of Skylar. But looks like RG, they are going to try to force the issue, but Skylar just got his Corrosion Strike. Even more slows coming in from Rrq Hoshi. Oh, this is tough to get away, especially coming from RGPH.
Definitely is. I mean, you basically on the side of RSGPH, they have to walk up to RRQ if they want to engage. And when they go in, it's all dependent on that Fatal Links. But RRQ, they do have to Purify. Another hook coming in from Vin. They're trying to engage her. Light is already falling low in the backline. Vin getting some, but a Fatal Links manages to engage. But look at RRQ just diving in all the way to the backline. Iman in some trouble. They lose Iman, the damage dealer. They lose 3. Demon Kite, you get the Lord, but at what cost? You have been completely run over by RRQ Hoshi. Only Aqua left here. What can he possibly do?
Oh no, Light is 10 seconds alive. Aqua is trying his best to kite his way through, but RRQ, they've got the Lord. They want to cut the minions, and the minions are still alive. Can Aqua clear it off? I don't think he can. With the hook coming in, this might be it.
It is over. RRQ with match point 2-0 here at MyTech